Welcome to the second lesson in the fifth module. The second lesson is about writing equations in standard and point slope form. We have to remember both these different type of equations, the forms, and then write accordingly what has been asked. Let's look into the learning objectives. They are to write equations of line and point slope form. That is one. And then to create and identify equations of parallel or perpendicular line. There is also standard form over here missing, but we will do the problems on that. Here, these parallel and perpendicular lines are very crucial lines, and from the slope, we can easily differentiate between them. And if we know the slope of one parallel line, then if we know any points, then we can write the equation for any other line. We will look into these as well. Parallel is very easy, perpendicular is a little bit tricky, but they are pretty easy once you practice. The keywords in this lesson are parallel lines, perpendicular lines, that's it, because all the others you've come across in the previous lessons. And now creating linear equations in point slope form. There are plenty of, first of all, before going through the steps, point slope form is given by this formula, y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. If you know any particular point where a line is passing, and if you know the slope m, you can easily get the equation. You have to just substitute this x1, y1 and m value. And y and x remains as it is. These are the variable, you leave it, y and x as it is. Only these y1, x1 and m needs to be substituted. And the method is over here, step by step. If you look into a problem, these are pretty clear. So I leave you to read it out. You can just pause the video and read it out. There are two cases when slope is given and 1 point is given. It's very, very easy. But when 2 points are given, you need to do an extra step of finding slope and then these two steps. So that's the thing. Let's quickly recap few formulas which will come across. Point slope form, we just now saw it. Y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. Slope intercept form, y equals mx plus b. And lastly, the slope is given by m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You can pause the video now and just go through these formulas. You can write it out as well. These are important and these must be known by all of you before we continue the lesson. So we move on to the first problem, that is, write an equation in point slope form for the line that passes this particular point, that is minus 2, 7 with the slope of negative 3 by 2. Now we know the slope is negative, so it'll be, the line would be something like this, okay? And we know there's a point passing over here. And then graph as well. We will do the graph as well for this, but generally these type of problems are asked only for equation. Now, from these, you need to know what is the x and y. This is x, this is y. For easiness, don't take this as x and y, take it as x1, y1. And over here, the slope is m. These are few important things which you must remember. Next, because we know a point and we know the slope, let's use the point slope form. They have already told point slope, point and the slope. Let's write it out. It is y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. And now all you do is substitute. Now first y, what is y1? It's 7. Y minus 7 equals, what is m? It is negative 3 by 2 into x minus of minus 2. Okay, this x1 is minus 2, so it's minus of minus 2. Now all you do is y minus 7 equals negative 3 by 2 into x minus and minus becomes plus 2. I hope this is clear. This is just substitution of the values. Y is substituted, x is substituted, m is substituted. Here I have just removed the sign and made it plus. Now here you need to use distributive property, that is multiply this inside. What happens here is y minus 7 equals negative 3 by 2x. Don't forget, it's a distributive property. There is parentheses or brackets. That means this negative 3 by 2 is multiplied with x and with the number 2. So minus 3 by 2x, and it will be minus 3 by 2 into 2, which 2 and 2 cancels. You're remaining with y minus 7 equals negative 3 by 2 x minus 3. It's not over. This minus 3 can be taken to the other side. So what happens? Y equals negative 3 by 2 x, that's the slope, this is the slope, minus 3 plus 7, which I will write the final form of the equation, that will be equal to y equals negative 3 by 2, that is 1.5x, and plus 7 minus 3 would be plus 4. This is the final equation. Now you can see this is in the slope-intercept form, isn't it? This is the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So you have so much detail of the equation, easily can graph it. Now see, this is how we do it. Okay, I can see over here they have just used the point slope form and nothing else, but it's better to do this, okay? Because in the next lessons, next problems you might see, we are doing this. Now I just realized this. There is only point slope form, okay? So you can stop over here after substituting, right? You can just stop here at this point. You can just stop over here. But okay, this is the step. Anyways, this is important for the other problems. You have to do this in the future problems. But I'll tell you why this is much important. If you're now graphing, isn't it so easy? Why? Because I'll just show you how to graph with this. Let me just draw a straight line. And we have y as 4 plus 4. Let me take this as plus 4. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over here, let's go a little bit down. Over here, this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. 1, 2, 3. Minus 3 by 2 means the slope, the second next point. Where is the next point? It'll be 1, 2, 3. Down. Why? Because it's minus 3. And 2 means 2 to the right. 1 and 2. This is the next point. So your graph would be this point and this point. Just draw a straight line meeting these 2 points. Okay, just take a ruler and draw it and extend it. That would be the line. And if you see carefully, minus 2 here would be at somewhere at 7. See, it would be at plus 7. I hope this is clear. Y is 7, sorry. This will be minus 2 comma 7. So this would be the answer for this. And this is how we would solve it. Because if we have this slope-intercept form, we can easily graph. You can see the graph as well over here, any 2 points, and this is the thing. Now there are other ways to solve it. Let me just show you the textbook method. Now this method, right, is detailed. We wrote the slope-intercept form and then we write the point slope form. We have done this before, so that's why I've did this. I hope this is easy, but I'll show you what is enough. Here you can see the point slope form is just this much. There is a point, there is another point, there is slope, and then you have been given this particular point, right? So what you do is you just mark minus 2 and 7, and then from this point you just use the slope 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2, you come over here. Now what I have written, this is all extra. Why? Because they have not asked this point slope form. So I apologize for that. You can just stop over here. But this is important in other problems where they ask you point slope form. I was just carried away when I was solving. I guess I just went on. I hope that much is clear. We will see one more problem in this. See over here. Take a minute. Pause this video. Try this by yourself and then continue with the answer. Here, first thing is we will write the point slope form. The point slope form is given as over here. Let me just use this. It's y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. And all you need to do is substitute the values. What is here? x1, y1, m. Let me substitute y1, that is 5, that is equal to minus 3 into, what is x1? x1 is minus 7. See, this minus is already in the formula. This is positive, just 7, that's it. This is it. This is the answer for the point slope form. If you want to graph, just take this values and then see where is 7, somewhere over here, and 5. Take this 1 point, and what's the slope? Minus 3. There's nothing. Minus 3 by 1. So you need to go minus 3 downwards. 1, 2, 3. Minus 3 and down, and 1 to the right. Why? Because it's divided by dy by dx. So x is 1 to the right. So the point will be somewhere here, and this, you should just join these two lines. Sorry, that would be the graph. I'm sure you might know it by now. The graph. Let's quickly look over here. You can see this was the answer, right? Minus 5, minus 3, minus 7. That's it. And here we have it at 7 and 5. 7 and 5. Then 1, 2, 3 down and 1 to the right. That will be the second, and just join the lines. This is how we get it. Now we will look at the next problem. Here we have 2 points. We don't have slope. What do we do? Let's quickly run through this problem. Only extra thing is the formula of m. y2 minus y1. Do you recall this formula, the slope formula? This is the thing. Step 1 is to find the slope. Substitute. Now, what is x1? What is y1? It really doesn't matter whichever you take. Now, if you take this as x1, y1, this as x2, y2, you will get the slope. Or if you take this as x2, y2, x1, y1, you will get the same answer. Doesn't make any difference. Up to you to choose, but make sure if I choose the first x value as 1, next must be 1 itself. It will be y1. That's the only difference. Then all you do is substitute. You can see over here y2 is considered as negative 2. Minus y1 is negative 7. So minus minus becomes plus. And 6 minus 2. When you solve this, it will be 4 by 4. That is 1. That would be the answer. Step 2 is to write an equation. Which equation? Point slope form. So use this point slope form. But look over here. It is y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. Which point will you choose? Is it the first one or the second one? It's up to you, because you can choose anyone as x1, y1. This can be x1, y1 as well. So it's up to you to choose the point, and it can be multiple answers. There is no one definite answer, because if I use this point, the equation will be slightly different. But if I simplify it, yes, it will be the same. But if I'm just substituting, say y1 over here, which is taken, this is taken. So y minus of minus 3 equals slope is 1 into x minus 6. If I chosen this, it would just be over here minus 7 and 2. It's not wrong or right. It's the same thing, but just that there are multiple answers. Now when you minus and minus, it becomes plus, and this is the answer simplified. Now that's it. There's nothing else. Now if you're thinking, what if I took over here? It's fine. Your answer is correct. It does not mean it's wrong. It's correct itself. There are multiple answers, so this might come for writing. Okay. We will look into the next problem. I'll solve this one by one. But before that, I again highly encourage you to solve it by yourself. You can pause the video now and try to solve it by yourselves. Now let's look over here. It passes through these points. I'll take it as x1, y1, x2, y2. I usually take the first point as 1. Next point as x2. That's it. Next, what do you do? Here, start with the m slope formula, because you don't know m, right? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. And then all you do is substitute. Substitute y2 is minus 2 minus, what is y1? 18. You do not need to put bracket. I just put it anyways. It's not wrong. Minus 11 minus of minus 16. It's better to put bracket when there is a negative sign. Simplify this. It will become negative 20, divided by negative 11 over here. It will be a positive 16 minus 11 will be 5. Positive 5. That is equal to negative 4. This is the slope. Now slope is done. What is the point slope form? We have to write in point slope. Y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. What is y? Y remains. What is y1? Up to you to choose. I'll write both the equations. First, I'll write it as minus 18 equals slope is minus 4 times x minus x1 is negative 16. So it's going to be y minus 18, that is equal to minus 4 times x plus 16. Now let me just change this and write the next equation. It would be, if I chose these 2 points, it will be y minus of minus 2 equals minus 4 into x minus of minus 11, and y plus 2 equals minus 4 into x plus 11. See, now both are correct. Let's see what answer is over here. Now look at the options. Is there in this option, yeah, is there 16 and 18? Is this points taken? No, you can see there is only 11, 11, 11. So obviously you should choose the second point, right? Now this would be the answer. Which is this? It's either x plus 2 plus 2. But now minus 4, this will, A will be the correct answer. Why? Because this is the one. It's 1, 1, 11, okay? It's 1 and 1. So that's why it's better to write both. If it's MCQ only, you can just see over here which point is chosen, 11 and 2. Yes, so choose 11 and 2, write the equation, class, you'll get the answer. Otherwise, if it's writing, if you write any one, you're going to get correct answer. This or this, it's both correct. Okay, I hope you understand. The most important thing is slope, that was minus 4, and then just putting the points in. A was the correct one here. Now here we need to simplify this problem to slope-intercept form. Again, a very simple problem. All you need to do is simplify this. Let us see over here. This is the given question, right? How do you simplify? Distributive property. Multiply this inside. Minus 2 is multiplied with x. It will be negative 2x. With multiplied with minus 6 would be positive 12. And then here 4 to the other side will be minus 4, and you will have y equals negative 2x plus 8. This is the slope intercept form. That's it. Because it's y equals mx plus b. The slope is minus 2 here. And the y intercept is 8. That's the answer. So another problem for you guys to try. Please do try it by yourselves, and then you can continue watching the video. I hope you have tried it. So let's do it. Y plus 3 remains equals, what is this? Distributive property, negative half multiplied with 6 and plus 8 by 2. Half into 8 will, minus will be plus. 8 times half will be 8 by 2 or 4. So I'll remove this, take this to the other side, it will become negative half x plus 4 minus 3, because you have taken this to the other side, becomes minus 3. 8 by 2 is 4. This is like this. Minus plus 3 to the other side, minus 3. Now solve. Y equals negative half x plus 1. And this is your answer. That's it. I hope this is clear. Now you can see over here it's negative half x plus 1. Even in the previous problem, don't forget this step. The 4 to the other side will become, I just distributive property, and then this 4 to the other side will become 12 minus 4. It was 8. But here it was half, and we got this. See, this is the steps. That's it. Now we will go on to the next problem. Here we have a real world problem, but when I'm looking, I can see 5 books, so many dollars, 15 books, so many dollars. This is XY, XY. Let's read the book now, read the problem now. Nadia's book club is ordering new novels. She knows that the total cost of 5 books is $61.25 and 15 book costs $59.75. Write an equation in point slope form to represent the total cost y of ordering x books. So now here, how would you solve this? They have clearly mentioned x is books, cost is y. Your job is so easy now because they have already mentioned everything. This is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. You have x1, y1, x2, y2. Just substitute m equals y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Substitute here. What is y2? 159.75 minus 61.25 divided by 15 minus 5. The answer here would be, it's better to use calculator. Now it's pretty late and I'm sure I'm going to make blunders. It'll be something 99 divided by 10. Let me just use the calculator. So here we are, use this. Okay, let me, because it's in statistic mode, divided by, it's 159.75 minus 61.25. Okay, even in the calculator I'm a bit sloppy. Now let me do this. 15 minus 5, and the answer is, it was 98.5 divided by 10, it'll be 9.85. Okay, so that is the slope. Let me write it out over here. It's 9.85. Now once you find the slope, all you need to do is, they have asked you what exactly she knows to know what's it represent. Okay, any equation that you can just use, point slope. See, this is the slope, 9.85. One second. I'm very sorry, not any equation. See over here, they have mentioned it's point slope. Okay, so write the point slope form. You know the formula, you know the m value. Just substitute m over here instead of m. You must write 9.85. What about y1? It's up to you to choose. Over here, this x1 and y1 is chosen. So y1 is 61.25. Here, x1 is 5. Very, very simple, as easy it can get. That is the answer. Once you find m, you know the points x1, y1, just substitute. Even if you put these points as the same thing, depends on the options, but if it's writing, just choose the first points. What I personally do is, whichever is the first point, x1, y1, I just type that over there. That's it. And here we have a check problem, same like just now. Here, the total cost of taxi fare is given in the table. Determine the equation of point slope form. Again, x represents the distance. This is x. And what is the y representing? The cost in dollars. Now here, again, x1. I just take this as x1, y1. Now what I can see, there is a constant increase. Here it is 2.5 in, wait, no, it's not constant, but anyways, okay, it's proportional. I can wait one second. 2.5, 3.54. It's almost proportional, okay, because the values are increasing. Let's just take this as x1, y1, x2, y2. And now what I'll do is I'll find the m value. M would be equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Why am I writing this formula again and again and again? Because it's important for you to memorize this, and even if you know, make sure you write it. Doesn't matter how many problems are asked. Repeat it for each time for every problem. Okay, write it once at least for each writing problem. And over here the y2 value is 13.4 minus 6.9 divided by 4 minus 1.5. All you need to do is put in the calculator. Here we have 13.4 minus 6.9 divided by 4 minus 1.5. Sorry, 1.5. And the answer is 2.6. So the slope value, okay, your options, that's a good thing. Easily you can eliminate many answers. So only this can be eliminated. Sorry, it's not many answers. Usually what happens is you can eliminate many answers, but in this case, no, it's not that case. You got the answer 2.6, well and good. You know these, this, all A, B, C, and E are the possible answers. Now, what next? Look at these points. What is the x and y value? 1.5 and 6.9. Is there anywhere x has 1.5 and 6.9? No, I can't see any. Oh, yeah, 1.9, 6.9. Now, let's just quickly check. But the slope is wrong here. So this is not valid. Let's go to the next one. 4 and 13.4. Yes. X minus x1 is 4 and y minus y1. This is the thing. Or I'll just write the equations, okay? I know this is not there, so I'm not going to write that. Let me write over here. Point slope form is what? Y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. You should just choose x and y. This is also x and y. All the values are possible. Any two, you should just, any one you should choose. Now here, y minus y1 would be 13.4 equals m is 2.6 into x minus x1 is 4. Next, choose these values. Y minus 22.5 equals 2.6 into x minus 7.5. And again, last, y minus 34.85, that is equal to 12.25 into x minus 12.25. Don't worry, in the exam, you don't have to do all this for each and every point. This most probably will come for writing. So any one is the correct answer. Not to worry. It's up to you to choose this. Okay. You have the freedom. All will be possible correct answers. But here now, since I have MCQs, let me choose. First one is correct. A is correct. I can see the second equation. What about this one? Yes, this is also correct. I have written the same thing here. A, B is correct. C is wrong. I don't have any value of 3, so I'm not going to take that. 4 is wrong. Why? Because the slope is wrong. What about the fifth one? It's correct. Oh, look here. It should be minus because this is all positive. So it will be x minus x minus x1, right? Here you can see it's written as plus, which is not correct. This is wrong. It should be minus and minus, okay? So this is wrong. Only two are the possible answers, A and B. That's it. So this is how we solve this particular problem when the table is given. And now again, let's quickly recall the formulas. We did point slope, we did slope intercept, we did slope. And now we are introducing ourselves to standard form. What is standard form? It is given by ax plus by equals c. Okay, now what is this exactly? The x term will be at one side. See, this x term, slope will be at one side, y term will be at one more side, and only the constant will be over here. And this is not the b intercept or anything, it's just a value. It's a standard form. Let's look into the problems. Look at this. This is a point slope form given to you. We need to write in standard form. That means you need to simplify it as much as possible. Let's simplify it first. Here, y minus 1 equals, multiply this inside, do the distributive property. Minus 2 by 5x plus, sorry, it's mine. Because see, now this is example problem. There are many problems with this lesson. So what I'll do is I'll just show you. It's already written, right? Step by step, I'll go through this. The check problem I will solve by myself in detail writing. Okay, because it's already written. Now here it is, negative 2 by 3. Multiply it inside. Do it by this. Okay. The thing is, you can do these in various methods. So that's why, okay, I'm going to write it anyways. Because the textbook method sometimes is long, okay? Now, what I would ask you is follow this method because this is a straightforward method. You have to use this many times. You have already used this in the last lesson. So just stick to this one method. Distributive property. We have done this in the previous problems in the same lesson as well. Multiply it inside, it will become minus 2 by 5x. 2 times 3 is minus 6 by 5. The numerator and the numerator. This is up if it's only 1. Divided by 1 it is, okay? 5 ones are 5. Up it is 2 and 3. So multiply them. This is the answer. Now what next? Standard form, right? You need, what do you need? This to the other side, x and y, and numbers to one side. So what I'll do is I'll just take this to the other side, okay? Minus 2 by 3, minus 2 by 5. So it will become positive 2 by 5x plus y equals this minus 1. I'll take it to the other side. It will be 6 by 5 plus 1. Okay. You can put this in calculator and simplify. But now I know this is 6 by 5 is 1.2 because 1/5 is always 0.2. And now we have 6. So 1.2 it will become. It's negative 1.2 plus 1. The answer would be negative 0.2. Left side is the same thing, 2 by 5x plus y, 2 by 5x plus y. But if you have used calculator here, I'll tell you what will be the answer. It'll be plus y equals negative 1 by 5, okay? Because when you solve this, it'll be negative 1 by 5. You can, however you can do it, you know, whichever is easy for you, just follow that, sorry. This in the calculator gives you directly this step. All these detailed steps are just for your understanding. If you don't want it, you can just ignore them, no problem at all. Directly this answer. Now, this is it. If it's a writing, there are multiple answers, guys. This is one of the answer. It's not wrong, it's correct. But now I know what calculator, what the textbook usually does. It doesn't want to keep any denominator. Okay, you can see there is 5 denominator. So what they do is they multiply this term throughout by 5. Throughout both the sides, you multiply by 5. What happens? It will be 2 by 5 multiplied by 5. This cancels, isn't it? You will have 2x plus y times 5 is 5y minus 1 by 5 times 5. This again cancels. You will have minus 1. This would be the answer. Generally, your if you have MCQs, your MCQs or your textbook do not like to keep two denominators. If it's one, it's fine. But you would like to simplify this and get whole numbers only, okay? That is the thing. So that would be the final answer. You can see 2x plus 5y equals minus 1. But don't forget, even this is correct. If you stop over here, see this one or this one, both of them are correct. In writing, there will be much variation. But if it's an MCQ, then if you get this answer, try to simplify and come over here, okay? All we did was multiply 5 throughout. See over here, multiply each side 5. They have done it at the beginning and then simplified it, okay? Same thing. Let me solve this quickly. Sorry, why is it not going? Okay, over here. You have y over here. Use distributive. Okay, there is no distributive property. Sorry. All you need to do is take this to the other side. Okay, let me just write it again. This goes to the other side. It will be 7 by 2x. It will be positive when it moves to the other side. Plus y equals 5. This would be the answer, but I know sometimes textbook won't take denominators. So I'll multiply throughout by 2. So what happens? This 2 and 2 cancels. You will have 7x plus 2 times y is 2y equals 10. That is the standard form. Let's quickly check over here. 7x plus 2y equals 10. That's the answer. Very straightforward, very easy, isn't it? Just 2 steps and the answer is obtained. Now we have write an equation in standard form for the line passing through this. We have solved similar problems, find the slope, then use the point slope form and then simplify. I'll tell you the slope, very easy. We can see over here together. Find the slope. M equals y minus y1 by x2 minus x1. What is x1 and y1? Up to you, but I choose the first one as x1, y1. Second one will be 2, y2. Okay. Next, here all you do is substitute the values and then you will get the answer half. Very good. That's the answer, correct answer for the slope. If you have done by yourself, good. This you must know by now thoroughly. You must be very well versed with this. Next thing. Step 2 is writing the slope-intercept form. Okay, what I would do is you can write point slope form. It's up to you. Okay, I would not go with this because this is a longer method. I'll tell you a shorter method. Here they are asking standard form, nothing else. So what I would do is just choose any points over here, okay? It's up to you to choose. I will choose the x1 by 1. So I will just choose this. All the lines are crooked. I'm sorry for that. Here, slope-intercept form is y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. Substitute all the values. Minus and minus 1. Minus minus becomes plus 4. I'm writing it directly. You should also try to do this directly. You will save time. If there is minus here, this minus will become plus. Half over here into x is as it is. What is x1? It is minus 8. Multiply this half inside. So y plus 4 equals half x minus 8. Half into 8 is 4. Take this to the other side. It will become and half to the other side. So first thing, half to the other side will be minus half x plus y equals minus 4 minus 4. It will be negative half x plus y equals negative 8. This is the standard form. Now I told you the denominator generally won't be in, there won't be any denominator, it should be a whole number. So what you do is multiply both the sides by 2. What's going to happen? It'll be negative x. Why? Because half into 2 is 1. Negative 1x can be written as negative x plus 2y equals negative 4. This is the answer. Or there might be a variation. You know, because it's equal to, you can just swap the signs. This minus becomes plus x. If this is plus, then this will be minus 2y equals plus 4. So the answer would be basically 4 and x is so much. So now this is the thing. Y equals x minus 2y equals 4. So this is also the correct answer. So all these are possible answers. Now this would be the answer. If it's writing, you can just stop whatever is inside this, enough. Now if it's MCQ, sometimes that won't be there. So any one of this is the answer. Let's look over here. Here they are doing long methods, which we have done in the last lesson, 5.1. You can follow that, but this is more easier and simpler. Here, after finding this again, you do the step 3, but in the method I showed you, you can directly find it. Okay, from step, it'll be direct from step 1 and 2. That's it. So over here, you can see the answer is minus x plus 2y. Now, what did I do wrong? See, I have made a huge mistake here. I am very sorry. When I multiplied minus 8 into 2, how on earth did I write 4? I divided it. I'm so sorry for that. I apologize. The answer here is negative 8 times 2, that is minus 16. And if you change the sign, it will be 16 positive. Okay? So this is the answers. So please make sure you understand this. You're multiplying half, 2 throughout. Half into 2 is 1. I don't write, you don't need to put a 1 beside, it's understood. 2 times y is 2y and minus 8 times 2 is minus 16. So that's the answer. You can see any one is the answer. X minus 2y equals 16 is the answer. This is also the answer, not to be worried. Now we have a check problem. Please do pause the video and solve this by yourselves. It is very straightforward again. What do you do here? Let's quickly solve it. You need to write the standard form for this. First, m equals y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. Now what happens over here is y2 is equal to minus 2al minus 8 divided by x2 is 1 minus of minus will be plus 9. Why? Because x1 is minus 9. With this minus, it will become minus minus is plus. Now minus 20 divided by plus 10, that is negative 2, is the slope. Okay, minus 20 divided by positive 10. Now we have the slope. Let's write point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. You have y minus, what is y1? It's up to you to choose. I'll choose this 8. That is equal to minus 2 times x is what? X, sorry, is as it is. Minus of minus will be plus 9. Okay, because it's minus 9, it becomes plus here. Now simplify this further. Y minus 8 is equal to minus 2 times x is minus 2x. Minus 2 times 9 is minus 18. Take this negative 8 to the other side and this x to the other side. It will be 2x plus y. Minus becomes plus y equals minus 18 plus 8. This will become plus when it goes to the other side. So it is minus 10. This is the answer. It's almost simplified. There's no denominator. Let's stop over there. Which is the correct answer? This is wrong. Minus 10 over here. 2x plus y minus 10 is the correct answer. Okay, so this is it. That is the only one answer, and that's how we solve it. And now we move on to the parallel and perpendicular lines. I know this has been lengthy. I just realized it's almost 40 minutes. And that was the first part of the first objective. But we had done different types of problems. Here now we are again doing a few type of problems, but it's only about parallel and perpendicular. First of all, what is the difference between parallel and perpendicular? There are so many, right? You can see these are parallel lines, these are perpendicular lines, they touch These will never touch. Their slope is similar. This is not similar. It's other way. If one slope is plus, this is minus, this will be plus. If one is plus, one is minus. But here, no. The signs will be the same. And the slopes are almost same. You can see over here from the lines. They're not almost same. They're exactly same. Here it is perpendicular, inverse reciprocal, negative reciprocal. Okay, negative reciprocals. I'll tell you in a while. And there are many things. Now, this perpendicular lines have a special property that it cuts at 90 degrees. So all parts are 90 degrees. Whereas these are special properties that they will never touch because the slopes are same. What does that mean? So let me just write it out. Here slope m is equal to m itself. Okay, if the one equation is having slope 3, the next one also will be 3. But here m is equal to another one will be 1 minus 1m. So if this is 3 here, another one will be 1 minus 1 by 3. Negative reciprocal. This is the difference. You can go through this. And now one more thing. If it's parallel lines is the same slope, if it's perpendicular line, if you multiply the two slopes, your answer must be negative 1. Let's look at it over here. See, 3 multiplied by minus 1 by 3, 3 cancels, you're remaining with minus 1. So this is perpendicular lines. Okay, that is the properties. Now we will solve problems you learn better. Equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. Now these are the steps. I will just tell you directly and straightforwardly. It's you have various methods to solve this. Okay, not one. It's up to you. And if it's writing, the answers might vary at times. Now this one, it does not vary. Sorry, but there are only some problems like point slope form. It might vary, but all the answers are correct. Okay. So now we will see here parallel line through given points. They have told write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line that passes through these points, and this is the equation. So now, don't think this is the final answer. No, we need to write a new equation of a new line, not this line at all. The y-intercept for this line won't be minus 5. It's something different. Because it passes through minus 4, 2, this is the only detail we have for the new line. Now, we have more than that detail. How? Because over here they have already told they are parallel lines. That means if they are parallel lines, the slope is same. So what you do over here, the slope for this new line also will be 3. So m is found out. M is 3. We have the point minus 4, 2. Haven't we solved this before? Substitute the slope. Substitute this x and y values in the slope-intercept form and find the equation. See, all you do is identify the slope because the slope is same in parallel lines. It's 3 and 3. Now over here, writing equation, use the point slope form. Substitute these points. It is y1 is 2 and x1 will be minus and minus will be plus 4. Okay, and 3 is outside. Now, you can further solve it by distributive property by multiplying this or distributing this 3 inside the bracket or parentheses. It will be 3x plus 12. And over here now, take this to the other side. It will be y equals 3x plus 14. 12 minus 2 goes to the other side, becomes plus 2. It will be plus 14. That's the equation. Very simple, very straightforward. Now here they have not exactly mentioned which equation. Then we go with the slope-intercept form. Why? Because generally the equations shown to us are in slope-intercept form. Okay. And this is a very easy and go-to equation because you get the y-intercept, the slope, and it's easily detectable in the slope-intercept equation. Here we have another problem, same like just now what we did. I'll quickly solve this one. Here you can see the point x and y is there. What is the slope? It's 3/4. We need to write the equation. So first of all, m is there, x1, y1. Just write the point slope. Y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. And what is y minus y1 is 2. That is equal to m is 3/4. X is as it is. And what is x1? Minus 8. Multiply this 3/4 inside, it will be y minus 2 equals 3/4 of x minus 3/4 of 8. Okay, for one time, for two times, and you're remaining with y minus 2 equals 3/4 of x minus 6. Take this minus 2 to the other side, you will get y equals 3/4 of x minus 6 plus 2 would be minus 4. So this is the particular slope equation. Now the line which is parallel to this particular line means the slope is same, and that particular line passes through 8 and 2. That means this must be the equation. Okay, so it is negative positive 3/4 minus positive 3/4 x minus 4. Doesn't matter which point you take, anything, any method, you will ultimately land up with the same answer. I hope this is clear because it's easy. We have done this again and again in the previous problems. So this must be easy for you guys. Okay, solve it by yourselves. Now, what about perpendicular lines? What about these lines? I just realized this is not same like the previous one. Look at this equation. It's the standard form. Do you know the slope? No. To find the slope, you need to rearrange and write it as point slope form. So how do you do is just rearrange this. Identify the slope from the given line, that is rearrange it. We can't take slope as 3. No, because y equals mx plus b. Y must be alone. This is having 2, so it is wrong. So write the equation slope-intercept form means you need to simplify this. Take this 3x to the other side, basically subtracting both the sides by negative 3x, subtracting by 3x, sorry. And this side it's gone. You'll have 2y equals 12 minus 3x. Now, 3x write it first, 12 next. Why? Because it's y equals mx plus b. But you don't want this 2, so divide everything by 2. What happens? You will have all the sides, all the terms divided by 2, both the sides. And now you're remaining with y equals negative 3 by 2, that is negative 1.5x plus 6. Now the slope over here is negative 3 by 2. This is what perpendicular lines. What is the slope of the perpendicular line? First thing, you should know you can write negative 1 by x. That is, x is, negative 1 by m. What is m? That's the slope. It will be negative 1 by minus 3 by 2. You can put in the calculator, you'll get the answer. That is equal to positive 2/3. This and this cancels. This will go up 2 by thirds. Or you can see here, if it is minus, make it plus. If it is plus, just make it minus. Up to you. Now, since it's minus here, let me just remove everything. Since it's minus here, I will make it plus, opposite of that. And whatever is down, I'll write up. And whatever is up, I'll write down. This is the slope. 2/3 is the slope of the perpendicular line passing by this. Passing through this. Perpendicular to this would be, see, 2 by 3. Positive, okay? Now you know the point. Use the point slope form. We just now did this, right? Use the point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. Substitute the values. Here we have y minus, it's up to you. Okay, there's only one point, sorry. You have to choose this. But answer will be same even if you had more points. Here minus 2 is written because y1 is minus 2. It will be minus, it will be plus. M is 2/3, x1 is 1. Substitute over here, minus becomes plus. What about this? This will be minus. And now solve it further. You will get y plus 2, multiply this inside distributive property. It will be 2/3 x minus 1/3, minus 2/3. And you can multiply throughout. Okay, there is no multiplication throughout by 3. Over here, all we have done is taken this 2 to the other side. Minus 2 by 3, minus 2, that is, you can write it as, 3 by 3 is, when you add, add 1, it will be, 8 by 3, okay? Sorry, add 1, it will be 6. Oh, sorry, 2, right? Yeah, it will be minus 8 by 3. Just use your calculator if you're getting confused, Sometimes I just got confused over there a while ago. I'll just show in calculator. Sorry. All you need to do is see this negative 2/3. I mean, see, it's important to do it by yourself. You will learn better because when you solve more on your own, you'll be more confident. Minus, and this will be minus 2, but you can always use calculator to check your answers. It's negative 8 by 3. Okay. Now then, This is done. What else? Oh, sorry. No, no, that's the only thing. I was thinking we have to write in other form. They have not mentioned. See, look over here. They have just told to write an equation. So when they have just told, that's it. That's the equation. The slope, everything is there. That is the point slope form. But in your exam, be careful because they might tell you write in slope intercept form or standard form or point slope form. So based on that, you need to solve the problem. Here, this is it. This is the answer. You can see the given equation, sorry, you can't compare it, but we saw it was negative 3 by 2 slope. This will be 2 by 3, and this is the answer. We will now look into a check problem, just like what we have done just a while ago in the last problem. So please take this moment to solve it by yourself. Pause the video now and do this by yourselves. I hope you have at least tried. Let me write this, let me solve this equation here. I need point slope, so let me take this y to the other side. Why? Because I can no, I can leave this x and take y and take this x to the other side. But if I take y, it will save me a step of changing the signs. You know, from minus to plus, plus to minus, it'll be saved. So what I'll do is I'll leave x, bring this to minus 1 here, equals plus 6y. Divide both the sides by 6, you will get 1 by 6x minus 1 by 6 equals y. So this is the thing. And now we will quickly look into the, sorry, this is the equation of this particular line. Now here what we do is we write it in terms of y equals everything to the other side, 1 by 6x minus 1 by 6. Now what is the slope here? 1/6. What will be the slope of the perpendicular line? I told it will be the inverse, right? Negative reciprocal, sorry, minus, because this plus will be minus. 6 goes up, 1 comes down. That is minus 6. This is the slope. I'll just quickly see whether it's options or what. Okay, we have options. So here, looking at this, it's not so reliable because there are many answers. Sorry for that. But you can eliminate this as the answer. This cannot be the answer. Why? It's having negative 1 by 6, which is wrong. This can be the answer. So I'll leave it. Let's solve it now. What do you do? Y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. Here y minus, what is y1? Y1 is 0 equals m is minus 6. Sorry. Minus 6 into x minus x1 is 5. Y equals negative 6 times x is negative 6x plus 30. And this is the answer. Let's see, where is it? Yes, this is the first one only. Now, what about the others? This will become, okay, this is also the answer, right? Here, all you do is this goes to the other side, and yes, this is also a possible answer. Okay, now very important to remember. Look at the question. Select the equation in slope-intercept form. This is not slope-intercept, that's standard form. Wrong. This is standard form. Wrong. The slope is wrong here. Directly you can choose this. And even if you solve it, you will get the same answer. Slope-intercept form is mentioned. It's y equals minus 6x plus 30. If they are told point slope form, it would be different. If they are told standard form, then B would be the answer. In this problem, it is A. Why? Because they mentioned slope intercept form. If it was mentioned standard form, B would be the answer. That's the thing. Now here we have, okay, this is just going to take a long time. Here we have to determine AB line and EF are parallel, perpendicular, neither. This won't be a long one. I am sorry I told it's going to be a long one, but they are mentioned here line AB, line EF. It would be in a long one if this was not mentioned. Then you have to, plot this randomly and then solve it. Since they have told line AB, what I'll do is I'll use AB and find the slope. I'll take this as x1, y1, x2, y2 and find the slope. M is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Substitute the values. Y2 minus y1, it's 5 minus 8 divided by 2 minus 6. Okay, y2 is 5 minus 8, 2 minus 6. Now the answer is minus 3 divided by minus 4. The answer is 3/4. What about the other two line, EF? Same thing. M would be y2 minus y1. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So it's 5 minus of minus 3 divided by 0 minus of minus 6. The answer is 5 plus 3 would be 8 divided by 6 minus, it'll be 6. It'll be 4 by 3 when you simplify, positive 4 by 3. Are these parallel? Are they same? No. Are they negative reciprocal? See, these are reciprocal 4 and 3, but they are not same sign. Here it's plus, sorry, not different sign. Here it's plus, here also plus. Same sign is not perpendicular. So this can't be perpendicular nor parallel. These are just neither. These are just two random lines. Let me just draw like this. These are any two lines. Okay. Only when the slope is negative reciprocal, then it is meant to be perpendicular. Now here the answer is neither. You can see that's already done. The slope here is 3/4. Here we got 4 by 3. But now are they parallel? No, the slopes are not the same. They're not parallel. And are they perpendicular? No, when you multiply them, you're going to get positive. It should be negative and positive, right? If you multiply, you're getting 1, which is no good. So, since the product is not negative 1 and their slopes are not same, they are not perpendicular, nor they are parallel, it's neither. Neither means none of them. Let's look over here. Again, the same problem. They are mentioned the line, so it's easy now. Why? Because all you need to do is choose the lines. C and D. What about the slope? Let me do it over here. M equals y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So this is x1. All you need to do is substitute here x1 y1 x2 y2. Here again x1 y1, it's for KL, x2 y2. Make sure you know that x1 y1 and this has x2 y2 also gives you the same answer. Let me take y2 12 minus 10 divided by minus 1 minus 4. The answer is 2 by minus 5. What about this side? Same thing, I'll just write over here y2 is minus 3. Minus and minus 5 will become plus 5 divided by, because it should be minus 3 minus bracket minus 5. It's all automatically written as plus 5. I mean directly written, not automatically. I only wrote it. 1 minus 6 is over here. Minus 3 plus 5 is positive 2 divided by 6 minus 5. Okay. Now again, are they parallel or perpendicular? Oh, yeah, this is parallel, sorry. Negative 2 by 5. Over here, it's negative 2 by 5. Look, the slopes are same. If the slopes are same, directly you can tell, since the slopes are same, what is it? They are parallel. That's it. Okay, very easy. You don't need to find any equation or anything. You know the slopes are same. All you need to do is find the slope, and if they are same, they are parallel to each other. Now complete each sentence given: y equals ax minus 5, y equals bx plus 3. Here, look carefully. They have told a equals 4, b equals 4. What does that mean? That means, see, a and b are the slopes of each line. Can you see them? It is y equals mx plus b. Instead of m we have a here, and here also y equals mx plus b, but we don't have the b written value is before x is always m the slope. So a and b here are the slopes. What if the slopes are same? 4 and 4, they are parallel. This is parallel. Now what if it's minus 3 5? This just doesn't make sense because they are not same. They are neither the negative reciprocal. Yes, the signs are different, but if this is 3, this should be 1 by 3, or if this is 5, this must be 1 by 5. No, they're not. So this is neither. And now we have minus 2 and here half. Minus and plus, yes, opposite signs, very good. 2, it must go down, 2 by 1, right? If nothing is there, it's divided by 1. So it's 2 by 1. You can write it as 1 by 2. Negative, positive. Yes, they are perpendicular. Because the slopes are negative reciprocal. Negative, negative becomes positive. Negative reciprocal in the sense, flip it. 2 by 1 becomes 1 by 2. That's how it is perpendicular. So that is the end of this pretty huge lesson, 9 example problems. I hope you have understood it thoroughly now. Please make sure you solve more problems. Make sure you write it clearly, thoroughly, and write quickly as well. You need to improve your speed. And if you have any doubts, please do post them in the comments. I'll try to get back to you very soon. And one kind of a request: if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. That would mean so much to me. And if you have found this video useful, do like my videos. It would mean so much to me. Subscribing is free, but that would mean so much to me. So, and I just want to thank all those who have subscribed. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. And if anyone will find this videos useful, do share it with them. That would be great. And that's it for this video. There is one more lesson in this module 5, and then we are done with this module. There is only 3 lessons in this module. So do stay tuned. I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye and take care.